beast, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Shaggy like a beast, wanna see some more. See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Milton now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he drives this forward to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Milton. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Nix with it on first. Hauled in left side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they'll decline this and take the result. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Moore's got it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Trap 60.
From the 38. Finds him over the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Running back sent in motion.
Go.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll throw again. Nix. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ready up.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set. Hup.
Nix off the play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set. Go street.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. They're on it, that's intercepted! And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw, Milton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He lofts it deep left. Brought in inside the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another one for Gibbs. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the first. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to...
And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-0 lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. 70.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete to Mims. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Set up. Go.
Play action with Nix. He puts some power on a deep one left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Set go. Ready, ready.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He rolls to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
On the set.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready. Rig alert. Rig alert.
And they send a man in motion.
19. Pioneer. Mustang 19. Set up.
They'll toss it here to Benson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, here we go.
They motion the tight end over. Second and 6 now. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Tight end going in motion here. Benson on first and 10. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Moore going in motion left. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Go!
Nix from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that makes it 4th down. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Maher connects there. And that'll get him back to 11.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Here comes Williams on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Milton back to throw. It is Kupp, left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down. In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Lions pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality game, and it moved the sticks.
Pass complete to Gibbs. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions push their lead to 18. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nick Snad, a throw. He throws a bullet down the left side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Milton. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
It's 2nd and goal. Gibbs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Let's go now. Ready?
Looking to throw. Benson's got it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
18 rattle, 18 rattle. Come on.
One final shot before halftime. Oh no, they get him yet again. Terrion Arnold has it. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Nix with it on first. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throw complete to Juszczyk. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Throwing now, Milton. This is complete to Gibbs. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. Now Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. It's Gibbs on the carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
Laporta with the grab. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Wright for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Wright ready to send this one away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh my, that's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He fires one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant, because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. And they pick him off again. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
A give left side for Gibbs. Jukes one defender, and he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
He finds Laporta. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back into the pocket for a later occasion.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 2nd down.
19 Tiger. Here we go.
Here's a give to Gibbs. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Thankfully, only one. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Let's go now.
Milton now. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded just shy of the end zone. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60. Come on.
A give to Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Running it with Gibbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Here's Milton. Looking for likely, but it's intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. At the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Oh, did the Broncos get to that one? Yeah, looks like they did. All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was 2 things, Kate. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road in a game where you're going to really need it, that gives you the confidence that you can get it done.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. Finds his man over the middle. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. They give on 2nd to Benson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Let's go.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. First throw for the backup now. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Finds Laporta. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Another one for Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions continue piling it on here in the fourth. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. Wright ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Ready.
Play action with Nix. Able to get it to Benson. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first and 10, here's Nix. Able to get it to Moore. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap to Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
It's reeled in by Benson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On third down, here's Nix. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw.
They'll take over at first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
No, lady. Go side. Side.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Makes his move towards the sideline. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign.